I am 91 years old. I have outlived my wife. I have outlived my friends. I have outlived my enemies. And I have outlived the version of myself that used to care what anyone thought of me. I am standing at the very edge of the cliff. I can see the bottom. And before I step over, I need to turn around and tell you, the people still back there enjoying the party, what I can see from here. Because you're living a lie. You're walking around with this comfortable, arrogant delusion that you have time. You treat your days like they're worthless, like you have an endless supply of them sitting in the bank. So I'm here to tell you, you're bankrupt. We are all going to die. You know this in your head, but you don't know it. You don't feel the cold blade of it pressed against your throat. If you did, you wouldn't be living the way you are. Let me tell you about a man named Jack. It was 1968. Jack was my best friend. He was sharper than me, better looking than me, wealthier than me. He was a shark. We were having drinks one night, celebrating a huge deal he'd just closed. He was smoking a Cuban cigar, leaning back in his leather chair. He looked at me and said, "Frank, 5 more years. That's all I need. Grind for 5 more years. I hit my number. Then I'm done. Then I take Mary to Italy. Then I learn to paint. Then I finally start living." Jack had it all planned out. He had a strategy. 3 days later, Jack walked out of his office building, clutched his chest, and collapsed on the sidewalk before he even knew he was falling. Massive heart attack. He was 42 years old. He never made it to Italy. He never painted a single thing. I stood over his casket, and the tragedy wasn't that Jack died. We all die. The tragedy was that Jack spent his entire life waiting to live. He treated his existence like a waiting room for some better future that never arrived. And here's the cruelest part. I went to his office a week later to clean out his desk. His calendar was filled for the next 6 months. His inbox was overflowing with urgent messages. The world didn't pause because Jack died. His company replaced him within 2 weeks. His clients forgot his name within a year. And right now, looking at you, I see Jack. You're telling yourself the exact same lie. I'll be happy when I get promoted. I'll take that trip when the kids are grown. I'll forgive my brother when he apologizes first. Let me give you a brutal truth from a 91-year-old man. There is no later. There is only now. And if you're trading your now for a later that may never come, you're making the stupidest bet in the history of gambling. Let's talk about your possessions. I look at your generation. You're obsessed with collecting. You buy things you don't need with money you haven't earned to impress people you don't even like. I live in a small room now. I have a bed, I have a chair, I have a photograph of my wife. I used to have a big house. I used to have expensive cars. I used to have a garage packed with toys. And I'm telling you, with the absolute clarity that comes at the end, it's all worthless. I have attended many funerals. I have never, not once, seen a moving truck following a hearse. When you die, your children are going to hire someone to come into your house and throw 90% of your precious belongings into a dumpster. The other 10%, they'll sell at a garage sale for pocket change. That's what your materialism amounts to, future garbage. So why are you drowning yourself in debt to buy it? Why are you working 60 hours a week, missing your daughter's childhood to pay for a car that sits stuck in traffic? It's insanity. And you won't realize it's insanity until you're sitting where I'm sitting. And by then it's too late to return what you bought. Let me tell you about my big victory. It was 1979. I won the Businessman of the Year award in my city. Big banquet, black tie event. I walked up to that podium, people clapped. I felt like a king. I felt like I had won everything. I went home that night carrying the trophy. My house was quiet. My wife Eleanor was asleep. My children were asleep. I sat at my kitchen table alone, drinking scotch, staring at this piece of glass. And I realized the applause had ended. The people at that banquet didn't care about me. They cared about what I could do for them. And the people upstairs, the ones who actually loved me, I had ignored them for months to win that piece of glass. I missed my son's championship games to stay late at the office. I missed my anniversary dinner to finalize a mergy. And for what? That trophy is sitting in a box in some basement right now. I don't even know where it is. But the memory of my wife's disappointed eyes when I told her I couldn't make dinner, that's right here. That never leaves. You think your career is your legacy. It isn't. It's a transaction. You're selling the hours of your life, hours you can never buy back, to build someone else's empire. If you dropped dead tomorrow, your position would be posted online before your obituary runs. Do not worship your career. It will not love you back. It will not hold your hand when everything goes dark. So what matters? If the money is meaningless and the career is a trap and the possessions are garbage, what's left? I'll tell you. The only things you get to keep are the things you gave away, the love you gave, the time you gave, the connections. I sit here in this chair and I don't replay my business victories. I replay the Sunday mornings with Eleanor. I replay the sound of my daughter's laughter when she was 3 years old. I replay the time I helped a stranger push his car out of snow. That's the only real wealth there is. So here's my challenge to you. Here's the honest strategy for the rest of your life. Number one, kill your ego. You're so afraid of looking stupid. You don't take chances. You don't launch the business. You don't ask her out. Why? Because you're terrified of what they'll think. Let me free you. Nobody's watching you. They're too busy worrying about themselves. You're the main character only in your own story. To everyone else, your background scenery. Stop letting your fear of other people's opinions paralyze you. Their opinions will decay in the ground right beside them. Number two, practice the last time. This is a stoic practice and it will change your life. Every time you do something, anything, remind yourself that one day you'll do it for the final time. One day you'll lift your child for the last time. One day you'll kiss your partner for the last time. One day you'll drink a cup of coffee for the last time. You don't know when that day will be. It could be 10 years from now. It could be this afternoon. If you live with that awareness, you'll never take a single moment for granted again. You'll truly taste the coffee. You'll hold that hug a few seconds longer. Number three, wake up. I'm 91. My back aches. My vision is fading. But you have the golden ticket. You have your health. You have your youth. And you're wasting it staring at a screen. You're numbing yourself. Stop it. Go outside. Feel the wind on your face. Look up at the sky. Call your mother. Forgive your enemy, not for their sake, but because you don't have time left to carry the weight of hatred anymore. We are all going to die. It's the only certainty we have. But most people never actually live. They just exist. They play it safe. They stay comfortable and then they disappear. Don't be like Jack. Don't wait for your 5-year plan. Eat the expensive food. Buy the plane ticket. Say, I love you first because the clock is ticking. Can you hear it? That's the sound of your life draining away. Don't let it drain away empty. I'm exhausted now. Go live.